So some people might know, I just got a bunch of new tools today. So some people might know I had a Hobart 140 welder in here, which was a friend's, and I was borrowing it, and I built this entire truck with it. So he's got his welder back, so I went and picked up this welder today. I sold a car, and I was looking for welders on Craigslist, and Eastwood is in Pennsylvania, and it's about an hour and a half from me. I'm also in Pennsylvania, and this welder right here, the MiG 175, comes with a free spool gun and everything. I'll show you what else it comes with. But it lists for $500 on their site, plus shipping. I priced it out like last week, and it was like $560 or $570 with shipping to my house. So this was listed for $300, and you had to go pick it up in person. This is like a return, scratch and dent sale kind of dealio. And so far, I haven't seen anything wrong with it. So this is it. We got the power cord here. It's a 220 welder. It's this part comes. This is the wire feed here. This part comes on and off for a bigger spool. This is a spool of MIG wire they gave me with it. This box that came in. Get rid of that. Here's the ground clamp. It's not the best ground clamp in the world, but it's got pretty good tension and it seems pretty decent for what it is. Gas regulator, gas hose. You got some instructions here. It came with a welding helmet. It's got some shades here. This it's a handle. Got a wrench and a couple extra tips. Came with this little brush. I guess it's a slag hammer. If you wanted to flux with it, I mean you could. And the spool gun. Seems pretty decent. I haven't looked at it too much, but there's a roll of wire in there for aluminum. And so I'm gonna set this up, and I have to get a bottle, and I'm probably gonna do like a little quick review on this. I also went down there and picked this up. This was $70. And I also got a plasma cutter. It's like a really happy day for me right now. It's the VersaCut 40. I'm gonna open that in a minute, but this was like $5.50 on their website, and I got this for $320, I think. So a really big steal for all this stuff. So I'm gonna set it up, and I'm gonna get the fabricating stuff soon. I just need to get 2 tanks. I need to get a tank for 75-25 for MIG and 100% argon for the spool gun. Probably gonna get a smaller bottle for a spool gun. Got some aluminum here. Got a whole aluminum sheet, 4x8 sheet. So I'm building. This is 14 gauge aluminum, which is the minimum on the spool gun. So I should be able to do this. I'm gonna build a fan shroud for this truck, and I'm gonna have to weld aluminum angle to the top of it, which is also 14 gauge, so that should work perfect for what I need. And eventually I plan on getting a TIG, but this should hold me over until that day. So I'm gonna keep playing around here. Alright, I just took everything out of the box. This is the VersaCut 40 with 220 input. It came with this adapter. You can also run on 110, but you're not gonna get the full power out of the machine. It's cool. It has the same plug as the welder. I wonder if I could run that off of 110. I think I could. It would just the same thing. It wouldn't have full power. So it came with that. Ground clamp. It has like I don't know if it's a regular size or a smaller. It's like a dense style. And put it in, twist it, lock it. Get some consumables in here. Looks like some kind of a flow type guy. The actual torch. Looks like it has I don't know how long it is, but it looks pretty long. Same thing came with face shield. It looks like it came with the second set of consumables. I think maybe they thought this was missing because the box was open prior. I don't think it comes with 2 of these normally. And same thing, wire brush, slag hammer, and face shield. And the air pressure adjustment here. You twist it when it's got air pressure, more or less, lock it in. And this would be your voltage. What's nice about all these is has a infinite adjustment. Same with these, it's not like it has like a click. Like you can go in between. Same with the wire speed. Oh, so far I'm happy with it. I think it was a decent purchase. I also got this guy. This is the large view. They have an extra large view where this is just the lens. They have one that's a little bit bigger, and then they have this one with the peripheral vision side lenses. Alright, so today got some gas. I got the welder set up. I went to Lowe's and I got 2 of these female ends, 1 of these males. I made an extension cord for it out of this from my buzz box. This old stick welder. It has wire on it yet, but it didn't need a 20-foot extension cord, so now I have that. This is how I have my 220 service. I'm not an electrician, but I can make shit work. So I got the welder going, got the plasma cutter going. They both work great. This is literally 2 minutes of playing here. And I started over here, and the weld's got a little bit better. There's pretty good penetration over here. I was playing, and I set it up a little bit higher than I needed, and I burnt right through this plate. I think it's like 1/8 inch or something. And so that was just me coming back with a lower amperage and filling it in. And I was playing with the plasma. It cuts really nice. It has a very small, I guess you call it an arc. And I like it. It just looks a little jagged. That's me. I'm shaking a little bit. Maybe I'll try with a clean piece and I'll set up a guide to show you how nice it works. But and this was all jagged to begin with. There's all like drill holes and stuff, like right there where it's deeper. Here, those were like from a drill. This is like a test piece I was using for my drill press. So this works. It zipped through the plate at about 20 amps and 60 psi. And I probably could have set it down a little bit lower than that, and probably ripped through 1/8 inch on 110. You see, I didn't screw the consumable up. You got to keep a little bit of a distance between you and the workpiece. And yeah, this is the piece that was in there. There's a little circle. So it was just a little bit of fun. I'm gonna do more with it. This is just a quick little test, make sure everything works. And plus, this is also the cheap shit Chinese wire that comes with the welder. I have over here, I bought today some Hobart. I got some pretty good beads with this before on my friend's old welder, so this is what I'll be using. Once I reuse that, I think it's a 2-pound spool in there. Went down to the place when I got the bottle. This is the only bottle they had there. So eventually I'm going to get a taller bottle, and I still need to get... It's ridiculous the price on these things. I think it's like $145 for a tank. And the bigger tanks are more money. So I need to get another tank. This is 75/25, which is good for MIG welding. I have the spool gun for aluminum, which needs to be 100% argon. So I want to get a tank that's at least double that, and then a tank that size for the spool gun for argon. So that's my plan right now. I'm happy with how everything is so far. And when I was welding that plate, this is basically what I had it set to, and I could have burnt right through it really easily. So it has really good penetration, and then I think it has one of the better duty cycles for something in its price category on the market. The only thing I don't like, the ground clamp, I mean, it works. I think it's a little cheap. It's got some rigidity to it. At least the coppers on both sides, they have like a strand, so you don't have to worry about which side you put the clamp on. And I gotta get a little bit used to this this gun. It's a little bit it's a little big than what I'm used to, but I'll get used to it and it'll be fine. This is the setup I came up with. Just have the plasma down there for now. I'm gonna get a bigger cart for all of this, just so I have a lot of stuff kind of crammed in there, and there's a lot of stuff I want to add to it. And I want to get one that's bigger so I could have separate hooks for the separate ground cables, and the torch could hang up, so everything's cramped in there. Plus, when you have to use the plasma, you have to pull the plasma out all the way to hook the airline in. So I'm not the biggest fan of that setup, but initial impressions, it's really good. I like it so far. The bigger problem, which is not really even a problem, the torch cable is a little stiff at first and didn't want to like wrap up around the hooks. Then I started using it and getting out of position and everything like that, and I guess it just needed to break in a little bit. I'm still starting to really like it. It's starting to be a little bit more flexible. It was really stiff, so we'll see how that works in the future. I'll show you a couple things I did with it. We used the spool gun. It's rated 14 gauge with this, which this is, and we had it set to the lowest voltage setting on the machine, and it was still blowing through everywhere. Here, and here. So I would recommend it for anything more than 14 gauge, but maybe I could play with it a little bit more and get a little bit better with it. The plasma cutter, we had the air set all the way down low, but my friend put his name in there, and then he started making little shapes and stuff. So it could cut pretty nice. I cut this out actually with the plasma. I started getting a little bit better, not as shaky. But the one thing I noticed is I was holding the torch more of an angle, so the cut is a little angled. But I'm getting better with that, and it does have the possibility to cut really nice. It's mostly just operator. So, and this is 3/16, I believe. So it's kind of thick. The machine wasn't even turned up halfway for that, so that's fine. And then for the welder, I've had a couple little projects here. Welded these bars in, welded the plates in. Does a pretty nice job, but it does weld pretty nice. And then playing with the settings down low for thin sheet metal and dirty. This is just tack, so it was wanting to blow through a lot. But I wasn't trying to do nothing nice. I was just making a little filler panel here. But it works, and I like it. I'm pretty happy with this setup thus far. We're going to have a lot more projects to come, welding and plasma cutting. This was just the first week of just little stuff I needed to do. So if you could subscribe, like this video, comment. Hopefully this helps. This is a big step forward for my shop, and thanks for watching.